Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Sunday, November 21st. I'm up here taking a stroll on the Mid-Island Surf on Long Beach Island. Here in the afternoon hours, it's about 3 p.m. at dead low tide. As you can see behind me, we've got a blowout low here. Maybe the terminology blowout might not be the best name for it, but we're just recently now working away off that full moon that we had just a few days ago. I believe that was Thursday or Friday. And around those moons you get more extreme tides, and you can see it is very, very low. Large seawall behind me here, and you can see there's some big old pools of water here at the low tide, and some pockets of water and some sand, little sandbars popping up here and there. Right now would be an awesome time to take a look along the LBI surf, or really any part of the surf, to try to scope out an area to fish. When you kind of have that low tide, you kind of see where that water is, you kind of see where those sandbars are. It really shows the structure. A lot of times at higher tides or at night, it's very difficult to read the beach. So let me start off this fish report with a nice little tip there. Hopefully that helps you guys out. If you are getting up on the beach, maybe you're frustrated with the dogfish that have invaded here. The past couple weeks definitely had a lot of dogfish, but there's definitely striped bass around. You can definitely say that if you're looking to get into some action, as far as land-based fishing on Long Beach Island is concerned, the Barnegat Light Inlet is probably the #1 spot to be. That's for both striped bass and also tog. Tog fishing has been very good up there, and it should be very good. Right now the temperatures are kind of in that mid 50-degree range. The LBI surf, I'd say the north end of LBI is probably 54 to 56 degrees. South end of LBI is about 51 to 53, 54 range. Why the southern end is a little bit colder than the northern end, I'm not positive, but those are direct reports from people that are out in the boats today, right up along the beachfront, that share with me the surf water temps. I was not out today, took a break today, but I fished the last number of days consecutively. Had fish every single day. Definitely a couple days are a little more challenging than others. Yesterday was definitely a little more on the bumpy side. Wasn't really expecting that. Day before that we had some cranking west winds. I guess that was Friday. Hard westerlies, but west was best. Caught some fish and had some fun. Just about every single day I've been out in recent days on the boat. I have had double-digit fish. Had fish in the short range, some unders. Had some fish in the slot range, and also had overs. So right now there's still a good abundance of striped bass in basically all the size classes, from say the shorts and small ones all the way on up to the big boys. If you're looking to get out and do some fishing the surf, bunker chunk would probably be the way to go. Try to fish some bigger baits if you're getting covered up in dogfish. I wouldn't be the first person to suggest leaving that spot. Just because dogfish are there doesn't mean the bite is not on. I find that dogfish and striped bass tend to move together. Take it for what it's worth, but sometimes you have to weed through a couple dogfish to catch a striper. Off the surf, there are some fish being caught on lures. Just today, Chris Messino had one on a Kettle Creek. For those not aware of what a Kettle Creek is, that's a soft bait. It's a paddle tail. Using a small lead head, you can fish a Kettle Creek in the wash, in the bowls. Kind of these little sluways you kind of see behind me there. Make a few casts up in there in that small little white water that we have rolling through. Fish those pockets of water, and you might be surprised what you catch. SP minnows and diamond jigs are also two top catching lures this time of year, when that water gets to the mid-50s and colder. So we start seeing some sand eels. Right around Thanksgiving, sand eels become a little more abundant on the LBI surf. Be interesting to see what happens. Right now we do have some bunker. There's still some squid around. And when I mentioned bunker, there's adult bunker, but also some smaller peanuts, some lollipop sizes around right now. Had a real good bite on the lollipops just a few days ago. Some real good quality striped bass. We're kind of chewing on them, had them all corralled up in that heavy west wind right on the beach. As I stroll along here in the Mid-Island Surf, it's definitely odd to say that it's a beautiful Sunday. It's the afternoon. Maybe everybody's watching football. Maybe everybody got scared off by the dogfish, or maybe they're discouraged because the fishing isn't epic and blitzing. But you take a look behind me here. There's some beautiful troughs. I don't see one person. I see some tire tracks. Somebody kind of came cruising through here, but nobody's fishing here. Even up ahead of me where I'm strolling here, a number of beaches up, I can't see an angler anywhere. Kind of shocked, just kind of caught me off guard when I just thought about this, but it's November 21st. I would say it's prime time. Just kind of came across that full moon of November, entering probably the best week of striped bass kind of part of the season. The LBI sees year in and year out. Definitely not going to catch them if you're not fishing. But yeah, maybe you are discouraged getting those doggies. Maybe you want to switch gears, shift gears into kind of a different approach. If you do want to do that, take a diamond jig and a teaser and make a few casts. They are definitely a fish catching, definitely a great fish catching avenue for you. Definitely keep you active. If you're kind of getting cold, sitting there baiting, waiting, staking out, cast retrieving will definitely keep you a little warmer. I mentioned a couple fish off the beach. I mentioned Chris Messino just a second ago. Also, Dave, he's a regular angler, stops in all the time. Call him the Bucket Man. That's all I have in my phone because he's made a pretty cool tackle storage, the tackle bucket, which was kind of sweet. He sent us a little video of a nice striped bass he caught on the Mid-Island Surf just a few days ago. I believe that was yesterday. I think it was Saturday.
What can I tell you, fellas? We finally got a striper. He's about 30 inches. I don't know how much he weighs. He's not a giant, but we finally got one. Off the beach.
A couple of guys in the shop have been getting out and getting it done. Shop alumni Nick DeGennaro. Also, I mentioned him in a previous report. High Flyer Sport Fishing. That's Captain Dave's son. He's a great fisherman. The whole family's great fisherman. He just weighted one. He weighed a bass in. I guess it was Friday night for the Long Beach Island Surf Fishing Tournament. He's up in the inlet. So fish are being caught. Striped bass being caught by local land-based anglers. I did mention tog fishing is probably about as good as it gets. I think we'll start seeing a little bit of a decline here in the next few days or weeks. Not saying that it's over, but you will definitely see the tog start moving on to the say deep water reefs and wrecks. Heard some great reports from the inlet past few weeks. Heard some great reports just yesterday. Did not talk to anybody today. Took the day off today. But yeah, if you want to get out and get on the rocks and get some fish some green crabs, get up on the Barnegat Light jetty, get in those nooks and crannies, find those holes and caves, and you'll catch some fish. I definitely heard of limits being caught, so that's 5 fish, keepers. It's good to see. Those fish will start moving out. Like I mentioned, the bite will be turning on those inshore reefs and wrecks. The fish have been there, but the bite will definitely be getting good at those main sites. Just heard yesterday a pretty good bite. Zach Michaud and Peter Hammond, they were out there fishing on a wreck site. They reported some bumpy conditions, but they got on some structure and they got into them, fishing crabs and the Magic Tail Game Changer tog jigs. If you're looking to get geared up and go tog fishing, we've got green crabs in stock right now. We've also got a great selection of Magic Tail tog jigs in stock. As far as white crabs go, everybody's calling, everybody's asking for them. Our supplier this year, a couple guys that got them for us over the years, hasn't been able to supply us. So it's going to be interesting to see if we will have white crabs or not. Right now we do not, but stay tuned. I'll let you guys know if we do get them. If you're looking to get any other fishing other than the surf or inlet, you could check out the bay side. There are plenty of striped bass in the bay. I'd have to go out on a whim and say that definitely this season, 2021 fall, was probably the best striped bass run we've seen in the bay in quite some time. For anybody that maybe didn't get into it, it's kind of a bummer. There'll hopefully be maybe a few more weeks of it left. Normally right around the end of the month, things kind of taper off pretty quick when that water gets pretty cold. Just the other day, I guess that was Friday morning or Saturday morning, I had 49-degree water temperature. First time I had water temperatures in my boat in the bay below 50 degrees all season. There have been colder water temperatures. My boat's pretty close to Barnegat Inlet, so if you're, say, maybe on the west side of the bay, in the smaller, thinner channels and creeks on the west side, I'm sure it got a lot colder than that. But water's definitely cooling off here. I don't think you'll see the 57, 58 degree water temperatures anytime soon. That will be kind of in the springtime, many months away. I think we'll be in those mid 50 degree ranges and on down. But that's all right. I have great striped bass fishing year in, year out in that, I'll say 50 to 52 degree range. It's normally when I start looking out, say the Harvest Year's Lump, which I was at the other day and didn't really have any success out there. It was kind of a few and far between. I started roaming around, say the mid-islands of LBI. I started heading south out of Barnegat Inlet. Most of the season I head north, just kind of a theme that I got stuck in my head. But I start working south and working the southern waters out of Barnegat Inlet this time of year. That being said, there's definitely a good opportunity this time of year to catch striped bass off the beaches of LBI. Most of the time it's going to be smaller fish. I think you're not going to really see many overs being caught here in the next say, a couple days, a week or so. It's gonna be a smaller run of fish. Definitely noticed I saw the smaller run of fish showing up in the boat here the last, say, couple days. I did mention I did catch overs, some good quality overs too. But I think you'll start seeing a good run of these smaller fish up along the beachfront. When I say smaller, shorts up to maybe 32, 33 inches. That's kind of my guesstimation, kind of my estimates, what I think I'll be seeing. But that's kind of an idea what I've had over the years. Hopefully you'll get out and you'll get some bigger fish than that, and prove me wrong. I strongly believe that there are some better fish around and you'll catch them, but you got to have a line in the water to get it done. Hopefully this fish report and all the fish reports have brought you guys some information now and throughout the entire season. I'll do my best to kind of keep them going. I'll also try to bring you guys some information when the fishing season's over at the end of the year. Just tips and tricks in regards to fishing, whether it's maybe some topics about wind knots, maybe some topics you know, about tackle, about reels, rods, lures. I see a lot of different things day in and day out along the beaches. I see a lot of different things in the shop, and I see a lot of different things on my boat. I get a lot of different walks of life, anglers that are very experienced to first timers, and it's somewhat challenging to explain to someone, say, a more advanced technique if it's their first time out, and also vice versa, giving some advanced person some basic techniques. But it's amazing how many people have been fishing many years that lack some of the fundamentals of line control, some of the fundamentals of just properly putting your tip up or down in certain scenarios, proper technique, just how to hold the rod. So maybe I'll kind of throw some of those things together in a video. Hopefully you guys follow along and enjoy them. I'll try to keep these fish reports going as long as this fishing season happens. I'm going to go on a whim right now and say that we'll see fish into the mid reaches of December, maybe right into the Christmas holiday. But we'll have to wait and see what it pans out here. Once again, Greg at Fisherman's Headquarters. Hopefully these reports bring you some great information. Hopefully get out and do some fishing this season. It's definitely dwindling down, but there's still a couple opportunities left. Get out and have some fun. Have a great day.